Good morning, uh, February 22nd, early in the morning, practicing getting up earlier and earlier and moving about, getting used to my gear. I want to address some comments and then talk a little bit about myself because I understand none of you will know anything about me except for what I tell you, so I'll try to be as honest as possible and as clear as I can be. First, I want to address comments. I've had so many supportive comments, and it means the world to me. It really does. Got my hat ready for the journey. Kids are fighting in their room. So the positive comments, they're really helping out. And even if you don't understand, don't worry about me. I know what I am. I know what I'm doing, and I'm ready. And I'm getting readier all the time, or more ready. I had one comment expressing concern for me and whether I'm capable of this, and I just have a couple things to say about that. Um, I haven't hiked in the last couple years, but I grew up in a town called Horsefly, pretty small. Uh, my whole childhood was hiking and camping, and then we moved out to a homestead off the grid, me with my parents when I was, I don't know, 12 or 13, maybe 14. And I lived there as we set up a homestead. I did some logging. Uh, I moved away, built log homes with my brother when I was about 16 or 17. And I moved back home after years of being away and studying music out to the homestead where they live off the grid. And we built a building. I cut lumber on the mill. We got the trees, we brought them in. Me and my father built a bridge. I hiked. We survived with no electricity. Uh, so I'm confident in my ability to get extra fit through doing this, to get through hardship, to do any of the things I need to do to help support my country in peace and freedom. So thanks for your worry, but I don't necessarily need your concern. Um, I still thank you for any interest you're showing, and I assume that most things, if not all, come from a place of love and an actual real concern. So that's out of the way. A little bit of background on who I am. So today I'm going to meet a friend and pick up some MREs and stuff like that he's donating. Maybe some stuff from his wife's or her family's hunting goods store. Things like a life straw, things like that. And I'm just so thankful for all these people that have reached out in support and would like to see what I want to see, where my country, our country, is free and peaceful again, and where Canadians are free to look each other in the eyes and see each other's mouths move and say, "Hey, neighbor, how are you?" I miss that Canada. I don't like this one where we're divided and people are afraid of you because of your choices on a medical situation. I don't know what else to say here except that I'm doing this. My family's financial situation won't get better through ignoring the political situation in my country. We should be doing better at my house than we've ever done before. We make more money in general than we ever have in the past, me and my wife or my partner. We haven't got married yet, but we will. So I can't just stand aside because I don't have money now. That's how tyrannies work. They put normal people out of work, out of business, and make them rely on the government for handouts. So most of the people, or many of them, will be in the same situation of me, having lost their job and not being financially secure. Inflation has got to a point that every year, no matter how much more we're making than before, we can afford less. So I can't afford to not make a stand for what I believe. So again, I appreciate your concern, but I don't necessarily need your concern. And if you don't have help to give, maybe think about your reasoning for trying to talk me out of doing something important to me. This isn't just a not just a political movement for me. It is, and it's very important, the political movement. It's also a test of my strength and my inner resolve to stand for the things I say I stand for and to be the person that I believe I am. So trials and tribulations will be a part of that, and I'm excited, not afraid. And I try to live in a way where I'm excited even by the things that make me afraid. All the things I've done in my life have been a leap of faith, whether it be becoming a musician and learning to play guitar when people told me that wasn't really a thing you could start at 13 and expect to make money at, or going to university and trying out after being self-taught at guitar and actually getting accepted and going. Then not being able to afford food and having to withdraw, although I very much enjoyed the schooling and the people I met and things like that. I I was offered the ability to teach guitar by by somebody very important to me. And he said, usually those capable of things don't talk about how great they are at those things. They don't like to talk about the things they can do. And they're humble. And he said he saw that in me. So maybe I've humbled myself a bit too much before you. So, me to you. Wait. I got this. I believe in me. I believe in Canada. I believe in James, and I believe in all the good people helping me, helping James, helping the movement of peace and freedom. I believe in all of these things with every part of my being. So I'm going to go out there. I'm going to walk out into the world. I think it's going to be that direction, east. I'm going to walk out into the world bravely, boldly, and with everything I have to go from one side of this country I live in to the other, to tell the people on the other side that we here matter, all of us, not just me and my country, not just my brothers and sisters here in this country, but everybody around the world. We have to tell the Klaus Schwabs, the Justin Trudeaus, the Joe Bidens of the world, the Queen Elizabeths of the world, that we aren't their slaves, that the world runs on our backs, on our work, the work of our brothers and sisters, especially the hard-working truckers who were once heroes to the world for keeping our supplies moving, and to me have now become even bigger heroes. So I don't have it written down, but I rewrote the poem First They Come the other day for hope, for freedom. So here goes. I'm going to kind of rattle it off the top of my head. So the poem First They Came was written by somebody who survived the Nazi regime in World War II era Europe. The original poem goes, first they came, sorry, it's difficult sometimes to keep your head. First they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out, for I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out, for I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out, for I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. So, I'm rewriting it. First they came for the truckers, and the vets spoke out, because the vets were upset. Then they came for the vets, and the people spoke out, because the people were upset. Then they came for the people, and the people had had enough. So the people marched with the vets to join the truckers, and together they stood for peace and freedom. That's the message I want to get out to the world. This changes by you being brave and bold in any way you can. If I can inspire you to do that, I would love it. If I don't, if your resolve weakens, I hope you find that resolve inside yourself. We can do this together, and that's the only way we can do it. So, follow the examples of brave people that came before you. Make your voice heard. If you like what's going on, and how the world looks every day when you wake up is perfect, if it doesn't worry you where you are and things are pleasant, then by all means sit in peace and harmony. But if you wake up and you feel things aren't right, you don't like the way you see things going, then I ask you to stand up in any way you can, whether it be speaking a kind word to a freedom fighter, donating an item that you can afford, or just watching and telling people about it. Please support freedom for everyone. I don't think I have much else to say. Just love you all, and peace and freedom for everybody.